start of day 2. Uh-oh. Protesters. Save the theater, man. Theaters are cool. You don't want to destroy them. What's this? R.I.P. Deepest sympathy. Planning funeral is such a dreadful pain. Wouldn't you rather just stop the demolition? Ooh, it's from the kidnapper. What a jerk. Let's go and talk to Joseph. Because I think he's the only person here we can talk to at the moment. Wait, this? Missing flyers? Okay, Maya. Good. Brady. What? Oh, Simone puts her contact in. Nice. The missing flyer has turned into an advertisement for Brady.
Watch out there, Nancy. That projector's crumbling like a prehistoric cookie.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry you had to see that wreath, Nancy. It's disgusting.
This is one creepy kidnapper, that's for sure.
Well, let's hope the kidnapper just did this to scare you.
Like I'm not scared enough? Like I don't know time is running out?
The phone's been ringing off the hook all morning. I don't know how the press got a hold of this, but they're all over it like ants on a picnic.
Where did those missing posters come from?
I can't say for sure, but I can make an educated guess.
Are you thinking of a certain Hollywood agent we know?
Can you believe the way she diverted all of the attention away from Maya and used the poster to promote Brady as the big hero? This shouldn't be happening. It's all backwards.
Yeah.
Tell me about that old key-making machine in the lobby. Has it been out of order long?
It's been broken for a spell. The kids lost interest in it when video games came along. But I bet it wouldn't be hard to fix. I'd love for you to see how it works. And then you can make yourself a little souvenir from the Royal Palladium. Or send a key to your sweetheart.
We can talk to him a lot about a lot of stuff, but we'll talk to him later, right?
Gotta go now.
Don't let the turkeys get you down.
Okay, I'm not letting the turkeys get me down. Okay. So there are a couple of things you can do now. Basically, they're talking to people, and since Nicholas Falcone is closest, let's wrap up his little plot line with the finding the Houdini thing.
Nancy, what's the 411?
Thanks to you, the police think this whole kidnapping is a hoax.
Yeah.
It's all hearsay, Nancy. They got no witnesses, no testimony, no nothing.
So you have or have not used kidnapping to further your causes in the past?
I am not an eco-terrorist, and I would never orchestrate the temporary disappearance of anyone who wasn't in on the plan and down with the cause.
Maybe you'd better think about being in on the law and down with the truth, Nicholas.
Yeah.
All right, Officer Nancy, chill out, will ya? I'm on your side.
Tell me about your relationship with the police.
All I know is they like to dig through my garbage and follow my van. Does this face say America's Most Wanted to you?
No.
Catch you later.
No.
On the flip side,
I don't want you. I want you to tell me the truth.
I got the number. I left it in the ticket booth. This woman isn't a Houdini herself. She's the widow of one of Houdini's cousins.
Maybe she knows what's happened to Houdini's half of the theater. I'll call.
Okay. So, like I said, let's follow up on that Houdini plot line. And we call Eustacia Andropov in Florida. 1-813-555-3247.
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Eustacia Andropov?
Who else would it be? Everyone else is dead.
Oh, Mrs. Andropov,
Hello.
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to find out some information about Harry Houdini. Is it true that you're his cousin?
Who wants to know?
Oh, I beg your pardon. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case in St. Louis.
Harry was only my cousin by marriage, but my husband is dead, and so is Harry. So I guess that makes me nobody's cousin. Satisfied?
I'm researching Mr. Houdini's ownership of the Royal Palladium Theater. Would you know anything about this?
He owned it. Half of it anyway, for a few months. Then he died. Does that help?
Do you know what happened
She's
to
kind
his
of a
house?
downer.
Did he sign it back over to
All she
J.J.
does is talk about
Thompson?
death.
Return it to James Jehoshaphat, Mr. Stupendous, not on his life. Losing that man was Harry's greatest escape.
Did someone in Houdini's family inherit the theater?
Harry made a plan to give his half of the theater to someone he admired. A young magician, I assume. Perhaps a protege. I remember my husband telling me this.
Can you tell me anything more?
More? I'm 96 over here. I don't exactly have time to burn.
I know it was a long time ago, Mrs. Andropov, but this is terribly important. My friend is in danger, and finding out what happened to Houdini's half of the theater may be my only hope of saving her.
Call the Library of Congress. Ask about the Houdini collection. There must be something in all of those letters. You tell that Sherman Trout, Eustacia said. You're not dead yet, Sherman, so get up and make yourself useful.
You don't happen to have that number, do you?
Well, I should have this letter from Sherman around here somewhere.
Uh-oh, my screen disappeared.
Vincent Jack is a repair. Dear Eustacia. Here we go. Library of Congress, Washington, D.C. 202-555-5000.
Thanks, Mrs. Andropov. You've been a great help.
Save it for my funeral.
Wow, okay, well that's Eustacia. She's quite the bundle of joy, as you can tell. Save it for my funeral. She's dead. Okay, let's call Sherman Trout. Another character with a weird voice, I believe.
Manuscripts.
I'm trying to reach Sherman Trout, please.
Speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Trout. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm a detective working on a case that involves Harry Houdini and the Royal Palladium Theater in St. Louis. Eustacia Andropov recommended I call you.
Ah, yes. Eustacia was most helpful to us when we were assembling our Houdini collection. I presume you'd like to have a look at it?
Yes, please, Mr. Trout. I'm very interested.
Fine. Well, you'll just need to register with the library when you get here and fill out a request for the materials you wish to view. When your request has been processed, the materials will be delivered to one of our reading rooms where you can view them.
Mr. Trout, please let me explain. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to come to Washington, D.C. to do research. I'm hoping you could help me find a document.
Well, Miss Drew, I'm sorry if you have logistical constraints, but please understand my own limitations. The Library of Congress currently holds over 40 million items, contained in 10,000 separate collections. It's the largest and most comprehensive library in the world.
I simply don't have time to run research errands for the individual citizens.
Mr. Trout, if I don't solve this case in a matter of hours, the building I'm standing in will be demolished and an innocent 19-year-old girl, a friend of mine, may lose her life. You may be my only hope.
Why is your friend in danger?
She was kidnapped by someone desperate to save this building from demolition.
Then what can you possibly be hoping to find in the Houdini collection that would help matters?
Mr. Houdini was part owner of the theater, and I'm trying to
backstory.
find out who inherited his half, or what became of it when he died. I'm hoping Houdini might have discussed it somewhere in his personal documents. If I can prove that the current owner is not legally the full owner, then maybe I can get the demolition stopped and save Maya.
I see. Well, this sounds urgent. I suppose I can take a look.
That would be such a help, Mr. Trout. If you find anything, could you overnight it to me at the Royal Palladium?
Well, certainly can't send you the document itself. It's a historical artifact now. But I could send you a slide. What's the street address there, if I find anything?
It's 1330 Washington Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63101.
Just out of curiosity, I decided to check Google Maps, and apparently there is a 1330 Washington Avenue in St. Louis. Street view? Oh, this is kind of weird. Well, apparently Google is a major stalker, and the Royal Palladium has been turned into a shoe store. Interesting, I guess.
Please send the package in care of Nicholas Falcone or myself, Nancy Drew. I can't tell you how grateful I am, Mr. Trout. You might just be a lifesaver.
Miss Drew, I assure you, Sherman Trout is a man of his word.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Well, that's the plot line about the Houdini portion of the theater being owned. We won't pick up on that until the next day. So now let's go on to something a bit more interesting than watching the phone for like 6 minutes. Sorry about that, I get a little intense sometimes. Let's talk to Brady. He's a super hunk, he'll be fun to talk to, right? He's a big old super hunk. Wait, Brady's not here? Aw, man. Oh, here's this book he's reading.